Hello everybody. This is a little bit late, so nothing new. This is my anecdotes, review, comments thing about the last Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Let's start with what I did before watching the movie. I went to the midnight premiere, so of course I had to dress up, and here are some pics. As you can see, I went Gryffindor because kind of the easier one to do. I couldn't find my wand for the second time in a row. I don't know what's up with that. I can find it the rest of the year, but when I try to put it on for like when the premiere is going on, it disappears. So I don't know. Probably find it like in a week or so. I actually added more to the costume. Last year I used to put on the robe, and that was it. But this time around, my friend did dress up with me, so that was fun. My friend and I, we had agreed to go to watch part 1 first and then part 2. She had a class, so she couldn't really go stand in line, and the weirdest thing happened. I was actually first in line. Yes, first in line. That definitely needs a yay! I mean, so much fun. It's something that's never happened before. Whenever I go to midnight premieres, I don't really get first in line. I've always been like top 10, but never first, and that is such a cool thing. The bad thing though, that the people who were near me were kind of mean, and so I was sort of lonely, except for the fact that some really nice people were on the other line, and some of them came and talked to me ever so often, so I didn't feel too bad. Thank you guys. There was tons of great costumes, but I think the best guy was the one who dressed up as Snape. I mean, he got it all. Even the wig, even though, okay, the wig was not as great as everything else, but he did everything in the outfit. It was perfect. And this was the guy who was in charge of the theater that night, so that's great that we got a fan to be in charge of everything. So we went in and watched part 1. Part 1 was really cool. And, watching it again, it was nice to just get that refresher. And it was great because my friend hadn't watched it in the theaters yet, so I didn't want her to lose her little record of watching all of them in the theater. I don't have that. I've only watched from 4 on. Then we went to go watch 2, and they actually had to move us from the theater we were in to a bigger theater. We had paid for staying in the same place, so they just let us go in first and then move the other people who were in line. And then the surprise comes that we get the really nice comfy theater that's new, that has what I like to call the really fun chairs, the ones that you can actually recline. So I spent the whole time just doing this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So much fun. And they were really, really comfy, so that was a plus. Well, I was kind of iffy about actually doing one of these, because really, I loved the movie. There was nothing that I could say, oh, I didn't really like this or this or this. I really loved it. Every one of the changes felt right. Even if they messed with stuff that I think it was kind of a brave move to mess with, like the Ron and Hermione kiss. But I can see why they had to do it, because they didn't include the elves in the movie, so they couldn't really make that work right. Overall, I mean, I really, really enjoyed it, and there's just one bad thing, and I think I should focus on that. The 3D. Oh, the 3D was awful. I think one of the worst I've ever seen. I don't even know how bad it was, but it's definitely bad. And I absolutely didn't like that. No, 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 no. It didn't work at all. I mean, I could barely tell there was any 3D. Barely. I mean, some scenes you can actually kind of sort of tell, but I don't think it was used well at all. They really should have done what they did with part 1 and not include 3D at all. The movie was just amazing. I mean, I knew some details from the fans and all that, because as much as they try not to spoil me, I was eventually gonna find out everything. Of course, what blew me away completely was Snape's whole deal and Alan Rickman's acting. It was amazing. I mean, it was just whoa. And that Princess Tale was definitely my favorite part of the movie. It was just amazing. And I didn't actually cry, but I think it was because I was with somebody else. I usually don't cry when I'm with people, but if I go watch it alone, I tend to cry. So I was very teary-eyed though. It was close. Another thing I really liked was Maggie Smith's McGonagall. She just had some really good lines in there, and some of them were in the book, some of them were not. So it was nice though. She had some really interesting touches. I mean, that I always wanted to do that spell line. Wow, it just cracked me up. It was great that she got to do that, and definitely one of my favorite parts of the movie was her lines. Oh, of the overall the comedy, of course, spot on. I love it. Because in the midst of all that awesomeness going on, it's always fun to have some comedy. Neville was really cool in this movie, and he had great lines, and he had great story. And one of the favorite things that they did with this movie was that they added this scene about Neville shouting how in love he is with Luna. Yes, thank you so much. All of us Neville Luna fans, thank you, David Yates, or whoever it was that decided to put that in. Thank you. I would love to see an extended version of the DVD released, like one of those ultimate editions that they did for the second movie. I don't know if they did it for the third movie. I think they did it for the third movie also. So if they release like an ultimate edition with like a bunch of extras and like add a whole hour to the movie, I think that's the only thing that would make it better, because it really is pretty much perfect. But adding those extra details that they had to cut out, that would just be perfect. That would be amazing. Well, that's about it, peeps. I hope you liked it, and if you haven't noticed my subliminal messaging, thumbs up and comment, please. And see you guys on the next one, which I don't know whenever that's gonna be because I don't have any ones planned so far. Oh, actually I do. I have one, but it's not a review. It's a talking thing. Mostly a me complaining about something thing, but maybe you want to check it out. I don't know when that's coming up though. It'll be a while probably. See you guys later.